Hello, I'm Yiching Chen, the product manager for SuperCloud Orchestrator, SCO. Today, I'm going to show you how to quickly deploy a Kubernetes cluster using SuperCloud Orchestrator. In this demo, we'll use a single server for demonstration purposes, but with our setup, you can deploy hundreds of servers into a single cluster simultaneously. First, we need to prepare an IaaS provider. Here, we're using SuperCloud Composer, SCC, as our provider. SCO is highly integrated with SCC, listing all the server BMC IPs managed by SCC. For this demo, we're using the server with a BMC IP ending in 201. As you can see, its OS status is currently not installed. Since this is a new server, we need to allocate a license for it. The SDDC license is bundled and shared between SCC and SCO. Once the license is assigned, we can proceed with deploying this server through SCO. We start by creating a new project. For the reference design, we select a Kubernetes-related design. This is a validated design, but SCO doesn't enforce this hardware configuration. In the deploy section, we first select the provider where the server is located, then choose the server we want to use for this demo, and enter the desired host name. In SCO's Kubernetes deployment, we need to assign roles to the server within the cluster. For this demo, we're assigning all roles to a single server. If we had more servers, we could distribute the roles across different servers, allowing for scalability up to hundreds of servers for large-scale cluster deployments. Next, we check SCC. Since the OS hasn't been deployed yet, it doesn't appear in the composed node list. Similarly, in SCO, the OS status remains not installed. Now, we need to provide some configuration for the OS deployment, such as the Linux username, password, image type, root password, system architecture, DNS address, domain name, OS release, and version. After completing these details, we click Prepare Host to start the OS deployment and some bootstrap settings. From the BMC screen, we can see the OS being automatically deployed. In SCC, we see a new composed node, indicating the OS deployment is complete. SCO will still have some bootstrap settings to finish. After a few seconds, the OS deployment and bootstrap operations are completed. After the OS deployment is complete, we need to reconfigure the network settings. This includes selecting the NIC type, Ethernet or VLAN, configuring the gateway, subnet, netmask, and DNS address, and setting IPv4 to either manual or DHCP. Using the network information obtained from the previous Prepare Host step, we can further specify the roles of each network on every server. Here, we define the purpose of each network based on different roles within the cluster. Once defined, we proceed with the Configure Network task to set up the network topology required for deploying Kubernetes. Next, for the Kubernetes deployment, we can choose whether to install or enable the GPU operator and network operator. We also select the version of KubeSpray, a specialized deployment tool for Kubernetes. Once everything is set up, we proceed with the actual deployment. This step will take some time. For a single server, it takes approximately 13 minutes. The more servers you deploy, the shorter the average time per server. From our previous experiments, deploying a Kubernetes cluster with 6 servers took 24 minutes, averaging 4 minutes per server. In contrast, deploying the same Kubernetes cluster with 20 servers took 60 minutes, averaging 3 minutes per server. Using SCO for large-scale deployments can significantly reduce the time required for deployment. Finally, we can view the detailed information of the cluster through the native Kubernetes dashboard. We select Skip to directly enter the dashboard screen, where we can browse the nodes and verify the server information, ensuring the cluster is running smoothly. Then, we return to the SCO dashboard, where we can review all deployment records from the Activities section on the right. Thank you for watching this demonstration. Please note that this presentation was created using text-to-speech technology. If you have any questions or need further assistance, feel free to reach out.